Hello, welcome to the podcast. My name is Mecha Shoujo, and today with me I have ShotaShorts.
Hello.
ShotaShorts lives in a city in a magical land far away from me. That is like, what, 4 hours away?
4.5.
So that's why I'm recording over the phone. I don't know if she has Skype, but so ShotaShorts here is I've been friends with since 2013. Despite being a total nerd, she's actually pretty social, and tonight I wanted to talk to her about some social experiences she's had, such as bar hopping and maybe clubbing, stuff like that.
All right, let's do this.
That's the spirit.
Okay. What do I say?
So, like, what are your nerdy interests?
I watch anime,
Alright,
like
which
board
one?
games, anime and board games.
Which animes do you watch?
Currently, One Piece and Fairy Tail and Shokugeki no Soma and Gangsta.
Only only watching the popular anime?
No, I watch Life to Life.
Like comedy or ones that focus on girls?
Yeah, it's like comedy and not really focused on girls, more of like a group of people, maybe like friendship and love, those kind of things.
Okay. I'm sort of into that, but I focus more on the comedy routine just because slice of life for me, it started with K-On!
Okay,
And that one is, have you heard about that one?
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
I recommend that you don't watch it if you're not into cute girls doing cute things. That it started out, it was going to be about these girls that started a band and they were going to get big and hold a live concert at this popular place. But I still enjoyed the characters.
Okay, I see. My favorite slice of life would probably be Clannad After Story.
Oh wow, that's old.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. I feel like, because, a lot of anime, they're very, exaggerated, especially, shonen and shoujo. Very over the top.
Anime that I liked. It's also a comedy, but it had some really relatable moments. It's called Daily Lives of High School Boys. And
Okay, yeah, I watched that.
yeah,
Funny. I like it.
yeah, because boys would do all that stupid, dumb shit, like picking
Yeah.
up a stick and pretending they're in an RPG, or trying to hit on girls.
Or, trying the sister's bra.
Yeah,
Did you watch the other one?
which one?
Ichijo?
Oh, I love Nichijou. Okay, so when I first saw Nichijou back in like 2009 or 10 with two
Uh-huh.
friends of mine, I was like, what the hell is this shit? I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But then I grew into less of a robot over time and more into a person who's lively, and I thought, "Oh man, I love this show. This is more of what I want. How come there can't be more shows that are like slapstick but at the same time cute and relatable like this?"
Yes, yeah, when I first saw it, when my friend first introduced me to it, that's how I felt too. I was like, dude, this is so fucking random. But then I grew to like it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite character on that show?
Favorite character on the show?
Actually, yeah, for both Daily Lives and Nichijou.
Oh, goodness. The robot in Ichijo?
Nano, Shira no Mei.
Yeah. But I feel like she's a robot, but she has, probably the most sense.
Humanity to her.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think I just like her.
Okay.
Everyone else is just in the male one. I don't know about the male one. I feel like I like all of them. I don't have a favorite one.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, for me in Nichijou, although I could relate to Mio because she draws, she gets embarrassed, and she has crushes. I actually related more to that older teacher guy who liked the other teacher. By it and all that, and that happened to me a while back. I mean, I'm better at talking with the girls now due to experience and practice, but the fact that he's willing to bribe a student or take a bribe from a student. It really sold me on his character, that he wasn't just this goody two-shoes teacher of virtue, and that he too was human. As for Lives of High School Boys, I related the most to Hidenori. He's the one who wears glasses and the best friend of the main character, because he tries his best to help his friends, and despite his nerdy self, he has this inner actor within him, and when he's with that literature girl, the purple-haired chick, he's nice to her in a comical way, but like he tries his best to be a gentleman about it, and it's funny. Actually, now that I think about it, in high school, I too was chased by a girl who was violent, but that's only because her best friend was dating one of my friends back then, and like she'd take her anger out on me whenever he was acting dumb.
Wow.
Yep, it's just like anime.
So your life's an anime. So they based it on your life.
Not per se, but that was before. This was like 6-7 years ago. So how come you're into the shonen anime? Is it just because of action or the plot?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I feel like shonen is just more popular in mainstream anime. Like, you know, like One Piece and Fairy Tail. And it's all, you know, there's like a male lead. But, you know, there's popular ones like...
You love shonen and just, you like it for what it is.
Yeah, well, I don't happen to be a shonen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, is there a particular genre that you don't like reading? For me, it's 4-commas. The way they're translated, it's strange. It doesn't translate well, in my opinion. So I feel as though the joke is always lost on me, and while I do give it a chance, I just don't find it funny or worth the effort to translate. Sorry to all translators out there.
I'm not really into manga. It's just weird, I guess. It's just weird. I don't like it. No interest.
Well, that depends on the mecha, because some of it's political, like Gundam. Some of it is like just a straight-out homage, like Gurren Lagann. And then you have those in-between series, like Voltron.
Well, I mean, I've tried watching some of it, but I just couldn't ever finish, like, the series. Like, I watched Code Geass, and it was like, it was okay, like, it was good, but then, like, it just doesn't appeal to me. It's just not appealing. Like, people in
Robots.
suits.
And that's okay, because actually, there's a friend of mine who will not be named until he appears on this show, who also does not like mecha and thought that things like Pacific Rim and Gurren Lagann were dumb. And so all we did was ostracize him from our group of friends.
How sweet. You guys are great.
Well, they troll me about how much I love Naruto, so...
You know what? I have not started Naruto.
No!
I know, that's what everyone says. Like, they're like, we're both Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, you know what? Same thing. Like, I watched like a couple of episodes here and there, but I never followed it. So, like...
Don't. Trust me, just...
I mean, it's good. Like, you know, individual episodes that I saw, they were good.
That's
then,
fair.
Like, I just didn't want to start from episode 1.
So the chance I gave Naruto, the Zabuza arc, after that I just dropped it.
Why?
So it started really strong because it wrote the villains with some sort of morality, and it wrote them with interest. But as soon as they were killed, that's when I kind of knew that, it's going to be a bunch of interesting side characters who get dropped after a while. Great. It's one of those things. And I was kind of right. And then when I later heard about what happened in the time skip with Sasuke and all the dumb bullshit that Naruto was facing, and like how poorly the female characters were written, and just all this various awful things I've heard about the series from other people at cons, and if I were to hear it, like at school, if people were talking about it, I'd just be disgusted. Cause...
Actually, like, I don't know, I feel like when a series goes on for a really long time, it just feels repetitive. You know, like, right now, for like One Piece and Fairy Tail, like, that's exactly how I feel, like, same shit all over again. It's just at a different place, with different villains, and, you know, it's like the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for One Piece, I started One Piece because, you know, at first it was interesting, but, like, seriously, if you were to compare, like, episode 10 to, you know, episode 702,
Mm-hmm.
it's, like, it's really different. Episode 10, you know, you get a lot of content in that 25-minute or so, you know? The, the theme song, it didn't take too long, and then the review of the previous episode, it doesn't take too long, but now it's, like, you get 25 minutes, but then, like, theme song and the review of what's happened, it takes a total of 5 minutes. Not only gives you 20 minutes of content, but then you also get, like, the theme song, which is probably another, like, 4 minutes, so you get, like, you know, even less. And then they draw out, like, everyone's emotions, and it's just, like, really annoying. They have to show the emotions every single one through, you know? And it's like, I get it, everyone's surprised, or, like, you know, they'll just show a lot of reactions of, like, the outsiders, the background characters, people who don't matter, and it's just like, I don't care, you know? And it's just getting so slow. I'm just so irritated now.
Well, the thing is, for manga, for authors, they're paid to, like, slowly produce content over a period of time. That way they can still keep selling money, especially if their series is popular. That's why, like, I understand your frustration with Attack on Titan, because when are they going to get to the basement? Why does it focus on all this human government stuff? I thought this was Attack on Titan, and I get that. That's why I don't like shonen personally, because it's always just train, 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 friendship speech here and there, fight, 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 rinse and repeat. That's why I kind of don't like Dragon Ball, and yeah, I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that, but I don't know, I found Dragon Ball Z to be just like that. I get it. It was a gateway anime. People loved it. They wanted to be Piccolo, they wanted to be a Saiyan, but for me, I just always thought, okay, so the next guy is just gonna be stronger, and they're just gonna keep up with the Saiyans in some way, and like it's predictable. And I just don't like shonen as much as I used to.
Yeah, like, I understand. Like, that, I mean, that's how I'm feeling, too, with all this shonen stuff that I'm watching. Like, a majority of the ones I'm watching right now, they're, like, shonen, I would say.
Yeah, that's why I prefer shoujo, because it focuses on the emotional aspect of the human consciousness, as well as actually gives meaningful background to characters and makes them relevant. I mean, One Piece is excellent in that regard because you have a bunch of characters that both contribute to the story and further expand the world, whereas other animes and shows, it's just like, this is the villain. They're only here for us to beat up or to prove how evil they are. Or side characters are rare in which you care for them because you know you're never going to see them again, but sometimes they leave a lasting impression and you wish that there was more about them.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you've kind of opened up about yourself and shown people your persona, how about on the outside? Like, what do you do socially?
Go out, eat, drink, and smoke. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, I get, like, on the weekends, now, during the summer, I just go bar hop with my friend, and then after that, we just go, like, real quick, and then we'd probably come home around, like, 4 in the morning?
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but then, like, you know, during the weekday, I have work, she has work, and then now that school's almost starting, I have to start, I'm starting to study as well, so, yeah, during the weekday, you know, just work, study, but during the weekend, you know, go out, party, drink.
Blow off steam.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, for me, I'm the same. I just study like 6 hours a day, every day, whenever I'm in school, because I find it hard to retain information. But when I do have a chance to hang out with a friend, like, and this is something I told you when I last saw you in February, I don't get to see people that often. So compared to friends who I get to see on like a weekly or monthly basis, I tend to prioritize those who are further away or more busy.
Uh-huh.
And because they're a priority, I want them in my life still, even though I know that I can't be with them physically. So whenever I do have that time, I cherish it, even if it ends up poorly. Like, I remember this one time I took a friend out, and we were having a pretty good day downtown, and we were walking. We were trying to find our car so that we could go home, and we passed by this bar, and a drunk person came out of the bar and started a fight with my friend for no reason other than that he was drunk, and so I had to get between them, but my friend got hurt pretty badly because the other guy decked him. My friend ended up with a bruise, but I mean, prior to that, we still had a good day, and even though I haven't seen him in a while, I miss the guy, but, like, you know, you don't always get to spend that time with that person, so.
I am lucky enough to not encounter any people who would want to fight me while they're drunk.
Well, I mean, would they? Look at you and your girl posse just, like, strutting in, owning the club and shit.
Yeah, maybe, like, other girls, you know, when, you know, they think that their man is enamored by my charm, you know.
Oh, shit.
They want to try something.
Oh, shit. Bitch mode activated.
I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure, like, if, like, a girl tried to fight me and she, like, actually, like, physically hit me, I'd probably fight back. But if she's just arguing with me, like, saying, like, random shit, like, you know, don't be talking to my man, I'll just be like, alright, I'll back off, you know? But if she actually touched me, I think I will, touch her back or something. I will do something to her.
You should explain that you have a boyfriend and that you're not interested in him.
The people don't care. Even at the club and the bar, when guys talk to me, I tell them I have a boyfriend. They're like, oh, well, he's not here with you right now, you know? Where is he? He's not here. He won't know. You know, they don't care. Guys don't care. Girls don't care.
Damn. Well, then again, I don't go clubbing or bar hopping. It's only when I get dragged along that I actually go.
Yeah. Like, just guys are really persistent. Like, you don't give them your number, they're like, okay, wow, rude. But it's like,
fucking bitch.
I have no obligation to give you my number.
It's good that you stand up for yourself, because we need more people like you instead of women living in fear of, like, I don't know what guys think of picking up chicks as, like, a hunt or a game, but it's not right.
So shitty. I feel like sometimes, you know, it's just me and my friend, like, you know, two girls were walking across the dance floor, and we're holding each other's hands so we don't get lost, and then, like, a guy would just grab my hand, you know, and I turn around and I look, it's like, oh, fuck, like, why are you grabbing my hand? And so I would, you know, just be like, no, and yank him off, but then he'd be like, come on, one dance. I'm like, no.
You should grab the nearest beer bottle, break it, and, like, just hold it up to his face.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I would probably get kicked out, maybe get arrested, and then get kicked out of my program, you know? I'm not trying to...
Well, that's why you started running, right? So that you could just, like, do parkour and shit?
Yeah, but I'm also wearing heels.
Okay. So, there are some questions I left you that you can answer now if you want. Unless you want to talk about, like, what kind of drinks you like or something, or if there's any bars that you recommend going to.
Let's see. The one that I took you to, remember that one? That one's nice. I like that one. Wolf and Crane. Very chill. Seating. Dim lighting, like every bar. Good music, live music. Good drinks, you know, they're pretty strong.
Yeah, I couldn't finish one. You have to finish it for me.
Sip, 2 sips.
I'm a lightweight. You saw my face turn red as a cherry.
I know, but it's just pretty funny because you didn't finish the whole drink. You just had like a couple sips.
Man, I remember you had to take me home. That was bad.
Oh, well, you didn't have a car anyway, so...
Oh, no.
And I mean, like, I told you I was going to take you home when your cousin dropped me off. When your cousin dropped you off.
Yeah.
I want to take you to another one. Like, next time you come back here, it's called 82. It's a barcade. So it's basically an arcade. It's a bar.
Oh, the one we didn't get into.
Yeah,
because of the long line. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's not worth it to go on a freaking weekend. Like, it's not worth it to go when there's a line. Because it's like, really, you're just playing arcade games and you're drinking. But it's like, it's not worth it.
Like, lines at arcades are bad enough already.
Yeah, seriously. It's just really fun. There's just, like, a lot of guys. It's like, oh, gosh. You know, when you're like a girl walking around and being like, hey, you want to play? You want to play me? I'll be like, okay, yeah, sure. And then, you know, it'd be like, oh, I just won. Can I just beat you?
You should...
Because, like, I think one time I took my friend there, and then he's like, you know, he's totally off talk, total guy, like very competitive. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna beat you. And then I ended up beating him like in the majority of the games, you know.
Nice.
And then, you know, I probably hurt his ego, but he's just like, oh, you got lucky, you got lucky. And I was
What?
Like, right? It's like, no, I come here a lot. This is skill.
F that guy.
I know. So I was like, whatever, you're annoying. I'm not gonna take you here again.
So immature.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, if I lost to you, I'd just be like, damn, you got skill. Rematch right now.
Yeah,
Let's
like,
go.
bow down to me. Just kidding. But yeah.
Oh, you should get more cocky. You should, like, start doing a little dance. You should, like, strut it up, you know?
You know, I should, like, just get free drinks out of guys. If I beat you,
Oh my god.
drink.
It's so bad.
I know, I'd probably get drunk.
And then you kicked out of your program for real.
I know,
Like, starting fights with, like, furniture.
right?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good. Okay, so how'd you get kicked out of the program? Oh, you know, I got too drunk at a barcade, and then I just got in a fight with one of the machines.
Yeah, it's like, it was talking trash to me, and so, like, I like, threw something at it, and then it just broke in half.
Yeah, you know, I just, you know, pulled the joystick and broke the button, so you'll never be played again.
Beat that.
That's right.
And then, like, you leave your...
For life.
And then, like, you leave your ID, like, this is my initials, take this, you punk. And then you just leave, and then you think you're hot shit, and then you wake up the next day sober and think, oh shit.
Yeah, probably. That would suck. Imagine. Oh, I think I would probably cry. Be like, wow, I'm an idiot. Can't believe I did that.
Yeah, well, this is why you shouldn't, like, black out.
Oh, yeah, no, I would never black out in public like that. I only black out when I'm with, like, my good friends, like, really, really good friends.
Oh,
Friends I have known for years.
oh shit, have you blacked out before?
Yeah, I've blacked out multiple times.
Damn! Whoa, do you have, like, a story? Or do you mind sharing?
Let's see, okay, I went to Vegas recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I went with, like, my middle school friends, so, yeah, you know, we've been friends since middle school.
Yeah.
And we're all girls. So we are at the day club, and then, well, first of all, we buy like a big bottle of vodka. This is like, you know, sharing with 6 girls to last us like 2 days.
Holy.
So, yeah, so, and, you know, it's the day club. We sneak in, like, while we're waiting in line to get to the day club, it's obviously like a really long line.
Mm-hmm.
We sneak in, you know, alcohol, so we're just like pre-gaming while we're waiting in line, and then once we get to the front, I get in there, and I was like, fuck, my buzz died. And so I was like, alright, let's all get around a drink. So obviously we're going to get the strongest one, because we're not going to, you know, be sober in Vegas. So, you know, I get a drink, and eventually I'm dancing with this guy, and he buys me a freaking shot of fucking, was it Jack Daniels? And I was like, okay, what else? I drink it, and then that's when it all went back, you know, I blacked out. And apparently, let's see, we had to leave the day club, and I apparently was just, like, cursing at a lot of people.
Holy shit.
Like, yeah, because then the previous night we went to a club, and then my friends told me to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm in the front, and they're following me, so I'm, like, leading the way to get to, like, the front of the dance floor, to wherever, like, a spot on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So I was doing that the whole day, even at the day club, I was doing that. So I guess, you know, just stick with me. So that's what I was doing the whole day, during the day in Vegas. But there's no one, there's no crowd, there's no one in my way. I'm just like, excuse me, fuck you.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Yeah, and then,
Damn, dark side.
yeah, and, I fell. I fell
Ooh.
really bad. Like, I scraped my knee really bad.
Ugh.
Yeah, I scraped my left knee pretty bad, and then I had blisters on my toes from wearing high heels.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. And then because we went on the Ferris wheel in Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and that's open bar as well. I remember I regained consciousness. I remember getting out of the taxi, walking to the Ferris wheel, getting inside, you know.
Ferris
and then
wheel?
taking pictures and everything, you know. And
Oh,
then,
okay.
it's open bar, so obviously say, I'm going to have another drink, and then I don't remember what happened after that, after my drink. And like the next thing I know, like I wake up, get back in the hotel room, like still in my my day club clothing, so like basically my swimsuit and a pair of shorts. And then I wake up, and I was like, oh fuck, dude, what happened? I look at my knee, yeah, it's all scraped, and then my shoes all fucked up, I fell, so it scraped my heel. Apparently they told me, like, when I got to the hotel, back to the room, my friend was trying to feed me food, named Catherine, and I was like, no, I don't want Catherine to feed me food, I want Jenny. I was feeling like a little baby, like a really big baby, and then so after I ate, there was like chips. There was chips on where I was sleeping previously. So I took the chips and I started throwing it at my friends. I was like, why are there chips where I'm sleeping? Like, why are there chips? I'm just throwing it on my friends. So basically I just made a mess. And then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up again and I was like, oh, oops, my bad.
Dang.
And then they told me when I was in the Ferris wheel, I apparently FaceTimed my boyfriend, and I was just like, yeah, fuck you. You fuck you. I mean, you're fuck you. I kept telling him, fuck you.
Yeah.
And he somehow was able to record that, and he showed it to me, like, when I got back, and I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. And he was just like, this is kind of funny. He started cracking up.
Oh.
Yeah, so, yeah, and because I was, yelling at people and stuff, the cops came up to me, apparently. They came up to me and my friend.
God.
They're like, is she okay? What is she doing? Apparently I was about to get arrested for, like, a public disturbance, I guess. Yeah, but I didn't get arrested. They just told the cops that I was drunk. And because we're girls, we got away with it.
What? Damn.
Yeah, when you're in Vegas and you're, two girls wearing close to nothing, they're like, oh, I'll forgive you.
Wait, 2? I thought there were 6 of you.
Yeah, but then, like, because we did the buddy system, so we separated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Damn, I never knew there was a side of you, Shota.
And that's what everyone says. When you look at me, you don't see me as someone who would do something like that. I look like someone who would stay home and study.
No.
Really? That's what I get a lot. That's like, when they're like, oh, you do that? Oh, I didn't know that.
Nah, I know you're responsible. It's just that, sometimes it builds up, but damn.
Oh, well, I mean, I already decided that I was going to get fucked up in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if I ever become like that, I need you to take me down.
Yeah, I'll probably, bring a handcuff just in case.
What? No, I need you to, like, punch me in the face, knock me out.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to lock you up somewhere.
Okay, 2 sips. 2. That's all it took to get me buzzed.
I'd probably get arrested for punching you in the face.
No, it's fine. Just say, oh, my friend told me that. It's on his podcast. It's legit.
No, it's okay.
There's proof. There's proof.
I'm not going to punch you in the face. I'm not going to punch a person in the face.
Okay, fine. Just, I don't know. Well, don't get me arrested, but have me restrained somehow.
I will restrain you, but I'm not going to punch you.
Okay, fair. Fine. It's weird because I was actually listening to another Blackout story recently because I was drinking moderately this time, and someone told me that they too fucked up their knee, and I was looking at their knee and I thought, oh my god. So I'm just wondering if this is like a common occurrence just because people are stumbling and falling, or I don't know.
Yeah, when you're like shit, like you have to be like shit-faced drunk for you to fall, like you have to be really, really drunk.
Uncoordinated,
really
unbalanced.
You can't walk.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk. They told me I couldn't walk.
Jeez.
Yeah, like I had to have 2 friends hold me.
You started running again, right?
Yeah, I didn't run today. I just did like the 300 rep kind of thing.
Okay. So...
Yeah, because it was dark and that was weird.
Oh. Can I share with you some anatomy facts about running?
What?
Here's some things I learned. When it comes to marathons, although guys breathe better and their oxygen intake is bigger in volume due to their size, when it comes to the overall, like a marathon, women can run for longer for some reason.
Really? Is it because why? Actually, I don't even know why. I can't even think of a reason why they run better.
I'm not sure myself, but I just know that there's an anatomical difference between men and women for blood and respiratory intake. But if I had to guess, it's because guys have more muscle that they need to get oxygen to. It like takes more power for them to like breathe in and out. Whereas women, they're kind of like lighter on their feet. They don't weigh as much, possibly, even if they are muscular. So they have like an easier time enduring, or at least maintaining some sort of constant speed. That's my guess anyway. But yeah, I learned...
I don't understand. Like, when people say, oh, I enjoy running, like, I freaking hate running.
Yeah, because when
you don't do anything. You're just running.
I mean, do you have music on you at least?
I have music on, but it's just like, you're just running. Like, what are you working on? You're just working on, like, your breathing, and I guess you're just cardio.
Yeah, but there's other elements to it too, like maybe you want to go sightseeing, see what's around you, maybe you want to learn new ways to get to point A to point B. For some, it's about losing belly fat, because running is probably the best way to lose that sort of fat. Like, personally, I too find running boring, and that's why a part of me stopped after 6 months. That, and I was doing it alone, so it was extra boring, but, I mean, running is nice if you have scenery to look at, and you don't get sick of it. But overall, yeah, I don't really understand the mentality of, I do it as a hobby, instead of, I do it to, like, gain or lose something.
Yeah, like, I don't understand that. You just go to the gym. I feel like that would be better.
I don't know, I find a treadmill to be more boring because, you know, you set your own pace. You don't have a challenge to overcome, like going up a hill. I hated doing that at first, but after I conquered it without having to take a break or stop, I found it thrilling, or at least enjoyable.
You can do that on a treadmill, like the fancy ones, the nice ones, the regular ones, I don't know. But like you can adjust your incline.
Yeah, but it's not the same, because, you know, it's artificial and you could just set up your own goal for it.
That's true. But, you know, you're also indoors on a treadmill and you're not exposed to UV rays that are harmful to your skin.
Well, I mean, that's why you run at night, like you said earlier.
Yeah, I can't. I was like, I really should run, but then I was like, I just convinced myself not to, and I just decided to do reps instead.
But then, that's another thing. You know, a gym versus outdoors. I mean, yeah, a gym's safer, possibly, and you don't have to worry as much. Just like, oh, is my stuff in my locker? Do I have all my things on me? I didn't leave anything behind. But then, like, compared to actually being outdoors and exercising, I don't know. Like, there's just a psychological difference that I can't explain personally.
Yeah. I mean, to each his own.
Alright, so I sent you some questions. Like, have you looked them over? Is there any you want to answer? If not, then it's fine.
Oh yeah, I saw, like, read it out loud, let's see.
Yeah.
How would life proceed without technology? Well, I mean, you know, I did not have a phone for 3 weeks.
Oh, right, yeah. You were telling me about this.
Yeah, so I had, because, you know, I got so drunk in Vegas, and my phone fell into the pool, so it's beyond repair, so how to get a new phone. But anyways, yeah, you know, no phone for 3 weeks. I had to use my iPad, and it's like, it's not the same. You know, even though I have like the apps and stuff,
Yeah.
it's just not as convenient. Because, you know, on the iPad, it's so big, and you can't call anyone, or you can't text anyone either if you don't have Wi-Fi. And you can only text people who have iPhones.
Wait, can't you FaceTime with people?
If they have iPhones,
Oh,
and I have internet.
that is kind of a drag.
Yeah, it's like, it's so shitty, because then, like, before, you know, I have my phone, I can GPS myself from point A to point B. I can go to places. But now, like, I have my iPad, like, it has a GPS and stuff, but it doesn't, like, do it, like, I don't know how to say it, like, real time, live stream. It doesn't follow me, you know, the arrow, it doesn't follow me. I have to actually, like, read the directions and then figure it out myself, like, how far is 1 mile from now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it because I tried it one time and I missed the exit because I was so confused and I was just so pissed. I was so frustrated, but you know, eventually I found my way. But I I was just like, fuck, if I had a phone, this would not have happened. Because then it would automatically, like, reroute me. Like, with an iPad, it doesn't do that. I downloaded, like, a texting app to my friends that are Android users. But then, like, seriously, after, like, every text you send, there's a line that says, that's from, you know, and the name of the app. So I always have to, like, erase that part first and then put on my message. It's just, like, I hate doing it every time, so I just stopped using that app.
Okay.
And then I just FaceTime with people. And, you know, at first it was weird. It was like, well, I'm actually, like, FaceTiming with you instead of, like, calling you. I'm actually seeing your face.
Yeah.
But then, like, eventually you get used to it. So then, because I just got this phone yesterday, and when they called me, they were like, well, this is weird.
Where's your
like,
face?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I have a phone. Like, I could do things that I couldn't do before. I could text people. I can receive texts from people who are not iMessage.
Yeah, usually it takes humans like 21 days to get used to something, and since you said you're missing yours for 3 weeks, it just kind of stuck with you. I mean, you're gonna unlearn that habit in a while, but momentarily it'll just be like, this is so weird, I'm not used to this convenience again.
Yeah, seriously, like, even just, like, laying on the bed and texting on my phone, it's just so weird. It's like, before I would have to, like, sit up and, you know, type on the iPad, like, use 2 fingers to type.
Yeah.
And now it's like in one hand. It's like, whoa, it's just so weird. Like, I can't believe it.
So, for me, the only times I really need technology are for when I'm recording this podcast, when I'm lost and I need a GPS to get somewhere, which you remember from July 4th was pretty terrible for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's about it. I mean, since we're both medical students, we need technology to help our patients, but without it, we'd have to go back to rural techniques and practices, which I find can be not convenient, but it'll just make caring for someone slower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But personally, if I were to like live in the woods, live in a cabin, I could do it. No handheld games, no phone, like just me and nature. I could survive for some time. Cause
yeah, I can't do that. I don't know how you can do it. I cannot do that. Like, seriously, I don't even know how I did it as a child when the freaking internet did not happen yet.
Well, for me, it's because I was always out with my parents doing errands, and when I wasn't doing that, I was either playing with kids on a playground, or in a park, or reading books in the library.
Yeah, I mean, I did those things too, you know, as a child, but I'm just saying, like, you know, now that everyone, you know, is connected with technology, with their phones, it's like, because, you know, when I didn't have my phone, you know, I would hang out with my friends and stuff, but it's like, I'm just sitting there, and everyone around me is, like, texting, you know, they're looking down, and I'm just like, you know, just talk to me. They're like, yeah, give me 1 second, let me reply to this text, or let me text this.
Oh my god.
I guess.
That's so bad.
Yeah, I was like, alright, okay, that's cool. But, you know, at the same time, because I went to Magic Mountain without a phone. And seriously, you know, the lines are like 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, they are? I've never been, so I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Usually, I think if you go on like a weekend, they're probably longer than that. Usually longer, maybe like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I remember the very first time I went, I had to wait 3 hours one time for one ride.
Holy.
Anyway, I know, right? Imagine. So shitty. But
Jeez.
anyway, I went with a friend and her boyfriend and her brother.
Yeah.
So basically, the only person I really knew was her.
Mm-hmm.
When she had told me about this trip, she was just saying, like, oh, yeah, you should come. Because, like, it's just going to be my brother's and my brother's friend. She didn't say boyfriend. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go. And the day of, I get to their hotel, I was like, oh, where's your brother's friend? They're like, oh, she couldn't come, so I told my boyfriend to come instead. I was like, fuck, it's too late to back out now. I already bought my ticket. And so, like, you know, basically the whole day, I'm just like, fuck, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing there's nothing to do. Like 45 minutes felt like 3 days. Because my friend's just talking to her boyfriend and her brothers, and her brothers are talking with each other. You know, like they're not talking to me basically, and I'm not talking to them.
Yeah, and that's how I feel a lot of the time whenever I get invited somewhere, because even though I will try to make conversation with people, I'll try to get in, it's just that these people have a history with each other, and they kind of know that I'm expendable in that regard, so they don't give me as much time or input to actually say something. And that's...
Okay, yeah, I don't think they were like that, but we just didn't have common interests. For us, we didn't have common interests.
Okay. Yeah, because, like, no offense, but July 4th again, when I hung out with your friends and they were talking about clubs and going partying and traveling, the only thing I could really relate to them was traveling, but other than talking about you and, like, asking about, like, is she okay? Like, I know she's having a rough day. Like, I didn't really speak much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and, like, if you notice whenever I'm, like, I don't know if you've noticed whenever we've hung out, but I don't really fidget or try to check my phone often. I'm just usually, like, staring off into the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I'm not as heavily reliant on that form of communication, because I'm used to the old school ways of face-to-face, letters, physical mail, and if it does call for it, maybe, but other than that, yeah.
Well, I just feel like that's just how, well, at least I would say a majority of the people are like that when they're in age groups they're not familiar with. It's just hard to be themselves.
Yeah, it's hard to integrate because you don't have that context with that person, even though you're trying to get in.
Yeah.
Which I always found strange as a high schooler, because actually I still find it weird now for two reasons. So first, when I was in high school, people would always be friendly with people they're already friendly with, but when you try to make a friend or get close to a person, they would just sort of like be quiet and weird about it. And, you know, it's like I have to know you, but if I don't know you, how do I know you, you know? And then for right now, actually, it's happening a lot on the Fanime Facebook page. And I noticed it too on that Facebook page that you introduced me to as a new member, but the most common one is I'm shy. How do I make friends? And a lot of the time I respond is, okay, you're in a group and there's a lot of posts like this. How about you guys try talking to each other? Or alternatively, since you're in this group with a common interest, why don't you just start by talking about that, and then from there slowly revealing parts about yourself. And I used to be introverted. I get that. You don't want to be too open just yet. You want to slowly get to know people. But, like, it's just weird because how do I make friends? Oh, I don't want to try that. What else should I do? Like, we're giving you advice. Just take it. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Oh my god. So,
yeah.
Remember the guy I was telling you about? The one I invited to go out?
Oh no. Did he decline? Or cancel?
No, he didn't cancel. He said he'd go, but then I canceled on him.
What? Why?
Well, because my friend is coming this weekend. Well, I didn't know until she told me, like, probably yesterday. I think it was, like, really... Yeah, so I was like, oh. Like, and she wanted to do other things, so I was like, okay, well, maybe next week, next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so he... Oh, give me 1 second. I want to pull up the conversation.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, so he was like, so have you met any people yet from the group? And I was like, no. He was like, oh, why not? Like, why don't you introduce yourself? And I was like, you know, like, for me, I consider myself pretty shy. I consider myself shy, but then, you know, other people think otherwise. But so I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm like, honestly, I'm pretty shy. Like, I don't know what to say, blah, 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 blah.
Wait, is he saying this or you saying this?
I'm saying this.
Oh, okay.
I'm shy.
Okay.
He's telling me to post on the group that I told you to join.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, introduce myself, you know, like, make new friends. Because, you know, down here, like, I don't really know too many people. You know, it kind of sucks, but, I mean, I think I'm sort of content with it. I don't know. Anyway, he told me to introduce myself, and I was like, oh, it's okay, like, too shy, don't know what to say. And he was like, oh, okay, well, how about you just ask like the question, like, why don't you, you know, this is an anime group, why don't you ask something about anime? Like, hey, trying to find a new anime to watch, any recommendations? And then I was just like,
It's a good
I
idea.
It's a very generic question, one that people would ask all the time, you know?
But it's a good gateway. It's like a good way to...
No, that's what he said.
Okay.
He was like, you know, you're like overthinking it. It's okay, like that.
Okay.
And let's see, he was like, he's like, oh yeah, you were putting way too much thought into it. And, you know, I guess since it's the anime group, you ask something related to that. Maybe ask them when the next time everyone is meeting up is, or if anyone has any crazy stories. And then I was like, no, it's okay. I'm just going to hide in the shadows. So I see them coming near me, so I'll just go to that and meet people there. Yeah. But he was also like, then he said, fine, ... You are such a waste of a perfect situation.
What?
Right?
What?
Yeah. That's what he said. I am a waste of a perfect situation.
What the hell?
Yeah, and I was like, perfect situation? Can you clarify, please? And he's like, well, not to sound like I'm hitting on you or anything, but you're like...
God.
Yeah. So he was like, you are an authentic, hot Asian nerd who likes anime. You have every reason to have more self-confidence. And I was like, okay, sure.
What? What?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, in my head, I was like, is this like a fetish of yours? Like, is this like a thing, like one of your fantasies? I was just like, oh, okay, LOL. I don't know what to say. Like, no one's ever told me that before.
Okay, is it messed up that I kind of agree with him, but for different reasons?
Yeah, I really don't know.
No, I mean, it's because
I don't know how to take it.
It's because I know you. Like, I know different sides of you. You can be shy, frustrated, nerdy, going, but like, I've never hit on you myself. It's just...
Yeah, a perfect situation.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say that to you if that were the case, but like I don't know how to respond to that either. I mean, it's not about me. I'm just flabbergasted, honestly. I thought he was shy. I didn't think he'd be, like, brutally honest, or, like...
Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
I mean, no offense to introverted people. I know that some of you can be outspoken. It's just, from the way that she was describing him from before we recorded this from, like, days ago, I just... Wow.
Oh, yeah, let's give him the background. I was on my break during work, and I don't have a phone, so I have no sense of time.
Yeah.
And I had to be back by, like, you know, a certain time. So I came up to this group of people, and I was like, hey, do you have time? And, you know, from there, like, we just had a conversation, we played card games, and it turns out they're into anime. And they are part of the group, and that I am now a part of. So anyway...
Wait, quick question. Sorry, quick question. They went to the same convention you went to recently, right?
Yeah.
The one you got me the art book from?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, they asked about that, right? They're like, did you go? And I was like, yeah. They're like, wasn't it so shitty? And I was like, it was my first time, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh
They're like, no,
my
you
God.
didn't cheer, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't know. But anyway, side story. Back to the real story. So, we all had each other, and then this guy messages me, and he, like, wants to get to know me.
Oh,
and
one
so,
of them...
like,
Okay.
what's that?
One of them from that day that you met...
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
group of people.
Okay.
And so, you know, I'm like telling him my interest. He's like, I say, yeah, I like going out. You know, usually we go like bar hopping. And then he was like, wow, you're a totally different world. That's fascinating. I was just like, what's that supposed to be? And he's like, he told me, it's just that my whole life pretty much revolves around being a total nerd. So it's interesting to hear about people who spend their time going outside of the house. So I was like, oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's what he told me. And then, you know, then he calls me a perfect situation because I'm a authentic, hot female Asian nurse.
Wait, nerd or nurse?
Nurse.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm a nerd. Like, I don't think I'm a nerd. Am I a nerd?
No, you definitely are.
Oh, yeah, see, I'm like a partial nerd. I'm like a half nerd.
Yeah, because, like, you're into the same stuff that most people are.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because, like, you like board games, you like anime. Like, it's nerdy. It's okay to be nerdy. For God's sake, it's 2015.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I don't really care. People hate me. I don't really care. But anyway, I was like, I'm asking him questions. He was like, oh, I have no idea what that is. But, for me, I thought it was pretty popular. It's basically smoking. But instead of smoking it, like, through a cigarette, it's just a more fancy form of tobacco. Like, you do it through a bong, like the hookah bong, glass hookah. I don't know what it's called. But it's legal, and it's not addicting. It's just a more fancier version of smoking.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So, he, messaged me yesterday. He was like, let me find it.
Alright. Okay, wait, could I just say something?
Yeah.
So, I agree. You're kind of a rarity, because it's hard to find a person who's social, but at the same time is into that. Oh god, please stop. I don't want to be here. But the other half of the time, I know that you can exert yourself and that you're confident in that way. You know what you want, and you know that you know what to do.
I guess I never perceived myself as that kind of person, but, it's nice to hear. Very interesting to hear.
That's why I agree with that guy's view, just for different reason.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, I get uncomfortable when you and your boyfriend argue. Remember when we went to San Francisco?
Oh my god, but that's just how we usually talk.
I know, but for me, that was new. I was like, I don't want to be here. I'm gonna go to sleep right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is how we are. We've been together for 3 years already. Seriously, we know how to tick each other off, and we purposely do it.
Jesus. You guys are fucking time bombs. No.
Yeah. But, we don't mean it. And we're not, arguing to kill each other. That's just how we are.
Okay.
We just like to call each other stupid. Out of love, obviously, because we love each other.
Alright.
Anyway, I invite him to the bar, and then he agrees to go, but he doesn't know his alcohol tolerance level, so, I really am not trying to I don't want to take care of him, I don't want to encourage him to buy a drink, so finish it, and then somehow, become, a whirlwind of everything, He'll be happy, and then maybe he might get stuff. I've never met this guy before, I've never hung out with him, so I don't know what kind of guy he really is, especially when you're under the influence.
Well, to be fair, that was your first time seeing me under the influence, so...
Yeah, but I've known you for a while. I hung out with you a couple times already, so I don't really care. This is my very first hangout, besides meeting him playing cards,
Oh, okay.
This is going to be meeting him outside of that. Talking to him, getting to him.
Okay.
But, yeah, anyway, so he's, asking questions. I told him I like anime. And, he's like, but seriously, it sort of blows my mind that you like anime. Just face it. Do you like anything else? And, he's like, disclaimer, if you say you like card games, I will likely lock you in my apartment and keep you forever. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to say card games. I don't want him to lock me up in his apartment and keep me forever,
Oh yeah, I haven't told you my...
I know he doesn't mean it.
Yeah. No, it's just people get awkward, and I've actually said something similar, but not to that extreme. Mine is a more lighthearted version of that. You know how some people say, oh my god, you know what to do, will you marry me? Like that. It's I'm having a bad day, you brought me food, you were my best friend ever.
No, I do the same thing,
Yeah.
I do that, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I just totally ignored that comment. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? So I was just like, oh yeah, LOL, I get that a lot, but I really do watch it. Oh yeah, so then he was like, oh yeah, I told my friends about you, and you know, they're really interested in meeting you. And I was like, what?
Wait,
what
was this...
What would you tell, like, what would you say? Like, how did you describe me as an authentic, hot, Asian female nerd?
Wait, oh, this is through, Facebook, right?
This is all through Facebook, yeah. He asked me this yesterday.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hey, you, I was curious. Any plans ever get made for Saturday? I've got some friends who are a little curious to meet you. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you had your own friends to be there with you, maybe, but overall, I'm kind of sensing some red flags here.
Yeah, so I mean, I just said, let's just do this another time because that is not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, like, you know, I consider myself a very nice, open person, but, like, just the way that this, I don't know, because I would say this would be my first encounter with someone social recluse. Yeah, like, this is, like, the first time I've encountered someone who's very deeply into, like, you know, anime, video games, board games. I don't know if that's just the way they are, maybe it's just this person. And it's just all new to me. I was just like, oh, I've never experienced this before. You know, because I only talk to, like, majority of the guys that I talk to, they're like, you know, oh, yeah, let's go bar, let's go club, let's go rave, let's go festival, let's go eat. And this guy's like, oh, let's go play board games, let's watch anime, let's play some card games. Like, you know, let's just stay home. Other guys are like, oh, yeah, let's go out.
Okay, you need to hang around me more then.
I'm hanging out with you. I feel like you're okay. I feel like you're fine. You know, we go out.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm a normal person, but like...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's weird, but he's definitely different from a majority of people that I've met.
Okay, so he's just a different type of personality you're not used to.
Yeah, so, like, I just don't know if, like, he's crazy or if that's just how he is. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I joke, too. I do joke, and then, obviously, if you don't know me, I could sound kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah. No, I get
so
that.
That's what I'm doing to him. You know, he's joking around. Maybe, you know, because I don't know him too well, I'm just joking to conclusion. So that's why I'm like, maybe I, you know, should hang out with him. And I'll be okay. And if anything, I could totally just, like, I don't know, beat someone up, run away.
Maybe steal his cars while you're at it.
Yeah, you know, do something. I'll somehow escape. Find a way to escape. I have a phone too, which is so convenient now.
You could just bash his head in with the phone.
Exactly.
Alright. Well, that was interesting. I like that. It's very human. And I'm pretty sure there are other people who could relate to not being sure what to do and that sort of thing.
I don't want to seem like a jerk. I don't want to sound mean.
Oh, no, I don't think you are. I just think he's coming off too strong and blunt.
I think that's what it is, because... I think that's what it is.
No, because, like, if a girl were to tell me the same thing, I'd just be like, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just think, let me slowly step back and turn around.
Talk to you later?
Yeah, maybe talk to you later. Maybe never.
Oh, that reminds me, Monday. Okay, you're gonna love this. So, I was texting people to see, oh hey, do you wanna be on this podcast sometime? And one person I contacted was all like, I don't feel comfortable. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But here's the thing, I need to do my audio test, and I swear I will not post this on the internet. Because if you don't want me to post this, I won't. That's up to you.
Yeah.
This is purely for my enjoyment, and to, like, relate to people who might be in a similar situation to yours or mine, depending on what we discuss. And she's like, no, I'm gonna have to pass. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But could I at least test my audio setup with you? Because I just want to see if my mic works and if I can pick up a person over the phone. And then she got offended when I said I needed a female to test with, because up until then, I've only worked with 3 dudes. One through Skype, one through the phone, and then one through Google Hangout.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they all worked, I was not able to get audio from their ends until I came up with the phone and camera thing.
Yeah.
And I'll explain that in a different episode when I have to describe how I set up this podcast. But anyway, so then she got offended and said, okay, so, and she said my name, and then she was like, okay, so I just need to know, do you like me? Is that why you keep texting me and contacting me? And I was just...
Yeah, you liked her?
Yeah, and I was just taken aback, because, like, up until that point she had been shy, and I didn't really think of her as, like, a direct person. But 2 things. 1, I explained my Fanime story to her.
Uh-huh.
And if she remembered that, she would know that there's no way in hell that I could like her.
Yeah.
And 2, I had told her repeatedly how I felt about that Fanime experience and why that's not possible. And I haven't gotten a text from her since, but either she's embarrassed or the response I made came off too strong, in which I was like a jerk or defensive to her, even though that's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, girls can be crazy too, so...
Oh, no, I don't think she's crazy. I just think that she thought I liked her, even though that's not the case.
No, but, like, girls tend to, like, you know, make things up in their heads. And I am guilty. I do that.
I do that too. Everyone does it.
Exactly.
Adolf Hitler did it too.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so it's getting pretty late, but thanks for having me over. No, thank you for...
Thank you for having me over.
Thank you for being on the show. I will discuss the Fanime thing next phone call. It'll take about an hour. This podcast is running at like an hour 20 right now.
Yeah, pretty long.
Yeah, I have to edit this and the one from yesterday, so that's like maybe a whole day's worth of work.
That's fun.
Yeah, and most of it's just going to be seeing if the audio picks up well, and if there's a way that I could make it audible for people.
Yeah.
Well, if not me, then my friend who's helping me, but I want to learn how to do this, so we'll see. Alright, so thanks again, ShotaShorts. Anything you want to say to our listeners?
Let's see.
Peace, social.
Creepy, I guess. If you're meeting someone new for the very first time, reserve yourself a bit, and then show your true self. You know, maybe once you meet them at least once.
I actually have a funny story about me being creepy, but I'll save it for next time.
Okay.
It's actually towards a dude.